I was relaxing in my backyard, enjoying the quiet when I heard footsteps crunching across my gravel driveway. At first, I thought it was a delivery driver, but when I looked up, my stomach dropped because walking straight toward my fence line were two members of the so-called HOA neighborhood patrol, and leading them was none other than Karen herself, the self-appointed commander of this little HOA army. She was carrying a clipboard like always, but the man beside her was holding an actual shotgun, not a prop, not a BB gun, a real one. They marched across my property like they owned it, yelling that they were here to inspect for violations and that they had full authority. I told them both to stop right there because they were trespassing on private land. But Karen just smirked and told me that the HOA rules override property lines. The guy with the shotgun pumped it once like he was trying to intimidate me and said, "We can do this the easy way or the HOA way." That was the moment I realized they were completely out of control. I stepped back slowly, keeping my hands visible, and reached for my phone because this was beyond an HOA dispute. This was armed trespassing. Karen laughed and said, "Go ahead, call whoever you want." So I did. I called the sheriff. I explained everything calm and clear, while they stood there shouting threats and acting like they were running a military checkpoint. 3 patrol cars rolled up within minutes, lights cutting through the trees as deputies surrounded my driveway. The mood changed instantly. Karen tried to flip the story, claiming they were invited and that the shotgun guy was only there for community safety, but the deputies were not buying any of it, especially when the shotgun was found loaded and unsecured on private property without permission. Karen started panicking, saying she was just enforcing HOA compliance and that she had rights. The deputies told her she had no authority to step 1 foot onto my land, and that bringing an armed patrol onto someone's private property could get someone seriously hurt. Within seconds, the man holding the shotgun was disarmed and placed in cuffs. Karen was detained right beside him, yelling that the neighborhood was going to fall apart without her leadership. The sheriff asked me for the security footage, and when I showed him the recording of them walking across my boundary line, armed and shouting orders, he shook his head and said, "This is not going to end well for them." Both were charged with criminal trespass, harassment, and illegal brandishing of a firearm. Later that week, the HOA board voted unanimously to remove Karen from every position she pretended to have. The neighborhood has been peaceful ever since. And now, whenever someone mentions HOA patrol, everyone remembers the day Karen tried to invade my property with a shotgun and ended up escorted away by the sheriff.